Welcome to 2K TV. We have a fun episode for you this week. We're talking All-Star, 2K League Draft, My Team, and more.
First, this weekend is the All-Star game, which means we have some All-Star trivia for you in this week's 2K.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Hello, basketball fans. You've got G8.
Hey, Kevin. Whoop.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard. Now, here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, a game like this, 2 offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise, and I would expect we're going to see a bucket or 2 put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And the Nets making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Durant with a wide open look. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
And a deep 3 from George. Misses the 3. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. Jordan dishes to KD. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Durant's got his second bucket.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's KD. The Clippers getting the bucket. And a deep 3 from Irving. The rebound by Ibaka.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving double team. It's Durant on the wing. Fires it up. George, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Over Jordan. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Here's George, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Leonard inside. Harris is there.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
On the wing, Harris. Jordan inside, defended by Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes in there. KD's got 6.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Over Harris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. So, for the Clippers, 1:09 left to play here in the first. Williams with the ball, picked up by Brown. Jackson kicks to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Harden. 29 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
On the wing, Williams, guarded by Harden. Jackson drives in. Here's Zubac. Great D that time from Griffin.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Williams against Harden. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Out to Morris. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. Morris passes to Zubac. Griffin with the steal. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there. But the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Harden with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The kick out to Brown. Here's Luwawu. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Harden's shot is good.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. It's Jackson with the drive. Got a piece of it and taken away by Brown. And here comes Harden leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Jackson against Brown. Jackson passes to Williams. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Oh, Griffin in position. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. Williams against Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for James Harden. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Jackson.
Boy, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and ill-like inside.
For Brooklyn, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And on the way from Irving for 3, connects from 3-point range. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Williams for 3. The rebound by KD. Nets leading by 3. Irving with the ball. Williams picks him up. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother.
Outside Irving. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Beverly kicks to George. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. The open shot, KD gets a hand on it. The rebound by Ibaka. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. That's good for George on the assist from Leonard. 11 points in the game.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple of rough stretches as the first period came. And that'll do it for us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
And you know, the Beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
And a deep 3 from George. And it's George again missing. Nets leading by 3. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
George passes to Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Batum finds George. Beverly for 3. He's off on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Irving against George. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
And Durant, here we go. And KD throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Yep, it counts. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Passes it to Harris. To the inside. Here's Jordan, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for George. That one goes. Count it. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Harden surveying the D. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Williams with a clean look from outside off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Everly with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Leonard, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Harden, that's good. And now it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Here's Leonard. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Morris, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Harden, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And good that time.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Brown outside. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets out in front. They lead by. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Griffin. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point, so that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Harden. Harden missing again. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Jordan dishes to Brown. Great D that time from Batum. And Los Angeles guys shooting it very well tonight, around 57%.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Irving kicks to Brown. On the wing, Irving, defended by George. 17-foot shot on the way. That one off the back iron and out. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Durant with it. George picks him up.
He is one of the longer wings.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said you're getting used out there on the perimeter. inside the arc, we're doing some good things, but outside, we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin will see if they can close out on those shooters a little more effectively.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Outside Leonard. To the paint. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Serge Ibaka.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
KD against Leonard. Right side, Kevin Durant. Shot clock at 5. Irving passes to Jordan, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
And it's George missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Williams against Irving. Launches a 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Irving knocking down that 3. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Williams. 14 feet away. Offensive rebound. Outside Jordan. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Serge Ibaka. Nets shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Harden finds Irving. On the wing, Harden. Back to Jordan. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Good!
Irving's got him falling right now, that's for sure.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass from Beverly. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Pass to George. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harden outside. On the wing, Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's a 7-point Nets lead.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Batum against KD. Ibaka, no luck. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan. Throw.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
The NBA All-Star Game was hosted by Atlanta.
Was it the year 2000, 2001, 2002, or 2003? It has been a minute.
Definitely. I don't even remember those years. Do you remember those years?
Oh yeah, those All-Star.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. And let's take it before we get going. Let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks have their train.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. A baseline J keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
Sure. Good on the bucket. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there'll never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 26 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And George, here we go. Outside for Batum. Leonard against DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
George against Middleton. Middleton on the wing. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And George, here we go. He gets that one.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George in pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George. And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Middleton against George. And the rejection by Ibaka. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Back to Ibaka. Outside, George. Back to Ibaka. George looking around. And here's Leonard from three. Lopez grabs the board. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Middleton with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Giannis. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And the Bucks with some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Leonard after the basket by Milwaukee. Morris outside. Williams passes to Morris. Leonard inside. That shot off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. It seemed they got the benefit of the whistle. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. The drive by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Here's Leonard. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Lopez. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Bryn Forbes comes in for Antetokounmpo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jackson's checked in. Zubac finds Williams. Back to Zubac. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Portis. And here's Augustine. Here's Forbes. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say earlier.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got DJ Augustine, and it's Portis in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Forbes the pass to Portis. Lays it up and banks it in. Portis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Jackson is doubled. Passes it to Zubac. And we're starting the second quarter. About a minute gone. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You take a look at Los Angeles. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
And right now for the Clippers, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Outside for George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Forbes the pass to Middleton. Now here's Portis. Back to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Beverly the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball. Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time 3-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Inside, Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Left side, George. .149 left in the second quarter. Jackson drives in. Ibaka, no luck.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
To the left side wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Forbes can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson dishes to George. Batum wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Augustine kicks to DiVincenzo. Middleton, the rebound by Paul George.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Batum attacking. Outside for Jackson. Now, here's George. Defense is right there. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now the pass to Middleton. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Tips it, and the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
George with no one around. No good with the triple. Got a piece of it. Here's Middleton. Oh, and he just knocked down the puzzle. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now here's Middleton. Shoots over Leonard. And Lopez throws it down.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous, his size at 7 foot, and he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Off the left rim and out. Clippers trail by 8. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from outside. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here is Ibaka. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. DiVincenzo against Batum. That one drops for him.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Shots good by Middleton.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Here's George following the basket by Chris Middleton. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee. And George, here we go.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
Morris against Giannis. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Up top, Leonard, providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Morris.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 14 points for him, and he's got his first free throw of the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac, and the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
High post, Zubats. The dish to Morris. Kennard on the wing. On the wing, Morris. Antetokounmpo defending. Kennard, the pass to Zubats. Kennard kicks to Morris. Here's Zubats. Down low. Another shot. That's a 2 from Kennard. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Bucks leading by 10. Connaughton passes to Giannis. Count that one. Giannis has got 22.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Kennard's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Pass to Beverly. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bucks lead by 12. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Portis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Williams up on top. Defended by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. It's hauled in by Giannis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Middleton. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Now here's Middleton. Shot from free throw range. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him. Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Passes it to Middleton. That one good for 2.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. From 17 feet out, Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Middleton on the wing. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Over in the corner, Beverly. Left side, Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Lopez. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. Now here's Giannis. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. The Bucks working the ball around. 6 to shoot. The Clippers grab the miss. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. Makes it off the glass.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Holiday against Beverly. Holiday dishes to Middleton. From outside the arc. And the Bucks miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Leonard, no luck. Bucks leading by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Yes, that goes in.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Now here is Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. Beverly against Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Middleton outside. Over Leonard. No good there.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for...
Next up, which team has 2 starters selected to the 2021 NBA All-Star Game?
Is it the Nets, the 76ers, the Celtics, or the Bucks?
So many All-Stars, but which team has 2 this year? That's the key. This year. You know that answer, you get some VCs.
Yeah, this is an easy one. We love these players too. They've been on.
And as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of it. And
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player...
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Pass to Morris. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponents.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's Schroeder. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard dishes to George. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear it? You know, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined tonight.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Outside, George. The shot comes out.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
On the wing, James. To the middle. Gasol kicks to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Outside for Batum. Back to George. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Now the Lakers on the break. Nobody near Schroeder, and again it's the Lakers.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell Pope changing his approach
before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. Tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And the rejection by Harrell. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Zubac.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
The Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's James. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. Clippers trail by 4. High post, Zubac. Harrell on him. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Zubac, that's good.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And here is Zubac. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
It was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Lakers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Shoots from 12. The kick out to LeBron. And he gets it to go. James has got 8.
LeBron is so powerful. Amazing how he maintains focus even with the D draped all over.
Outside Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. Here's Caruso. Pass to Harrell. It's hauled in by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
LeBron left side. Shoots over Leonard. Harrell on the foul. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
The Clippers trail. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caruso in at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Schroeder against Jackson. Schroeder kicks to Caruso. Back to Schroeder. The 10-footer. Basket counts. Schroeder's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Ibaka. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Harrell. Out to Kuzma. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Timeout. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the Clippers call time here. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. George, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Schroeder missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. They get it back. George finds Batum. Tries again. And there's Paul George on the assist from Batum.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Ibaka, no luck. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Beverly wide open. They get it back.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
The Lakers shooting well, 50% from the floor. The pass to Kuzma. To the wing on the left. That's tipped. Stolen by George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, man, what amazing speed and body control by Jackson. Once he penetrates inside, he's searching for the foul on his shot.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws here for the night. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. He doesn't get the second one. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Back to Gasol. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from it.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Gasol comes to help. Batum dishes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta.
Timeout.
And now a 4-point Laker lead.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
And the Clippers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Jackson. Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. 3-pointer. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. James looking it over. Down low. Here's Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Gasol's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And George kicks to Beverly. Back to George. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Passes to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Beverly for 3. No good. Shot missing. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. No one near James as he lets it go. Rebound by the Clippers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Schroeder outside. Morris outside. And a miss there on the triple. Right side Leonard. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out, and the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Gasol against Ibaka. And Gasol sends it back.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Oh!
Come on, Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Back to George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Batum against Morris. Batum passes to Ibaka. George fires. Nice spin off the left rim and in. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And boy, he's got terrific feel on that jump shot. That's how George knocks down those catch and shoot jumpers in the blink of an eye.
James, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
George finds Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Leonard's got 8.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
James against Leonard. LeBron passes to Gasol. Here's Schroeder. They get the rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the Clippers call time here. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Ibaka, no luck. The Lakers in the lead. Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson in the corner. And stolen by Harrell. Caldwell Pope with it. Williams picks him up.
And Caldwell Pope just knows how to run correctly in transition. He runs wide outside those hashes. He sees lanes and angles so well out there.
Williams dishes to Jackson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
James outside. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. LeBron's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Lakers. Jackson up top. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Williams. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. The Clippers again turning it over.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Luke Kennard. And Paul George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Whoa, 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 the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. To the paint. Williams kicks to George. Inside. Good D by LeBron.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Horton Tucker. Harrell finds Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
George passes to Ibaka. Zubac with it. And that time, also a missed shot. Here's Horton Tucker. Out to Kuzma. On the wing. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Lakers leading by 8. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron James is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder. Here's Morris. Feeds it to Gasol. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Gasol's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
One of Gasol's patented shots. He loves this mid-range area, and because of his height, he's tough to contest.
Schroeder against Beverly. Here's Zubac. And here's Leonard from 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Horton Tucker. And the rejection by Zubac. George dishes to Leonard. And stolen by James. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Lakers making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Lakers leading by 7. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Schroeder. Over Beverly. And the shot is long.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Outside for Batum. The pass to Leonard. Beverly for 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Caldwell Pope outside. To the middle. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. Now Schroeder. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Down low. Caldwell Pope on the wing. The tray. Out to Morris. Five to shoot. And the Lakers with another miss.
Oh, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Chalk up two there. Batum's got his first points of the night.
And these big shots are ones Batum hits all the time. He is so calm in these moments.
Caldwell Pope outside. To the inside. And Gasol with the dunk.
Timeout. You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 1:52 left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Schroeder finds Gasol. Unloads from 13. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead.
And the recognition Gasol has is tremendous. I mean, you can't leave anyone open or he'll find it.
To Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. The putback. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Leonard with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time. He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-off.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Caldwell Pope against George. That three off the mark. Throws it up high. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. Can't lay it in off the alley-oop. Caldwell Pope outside. Misses there.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
for the land of the free and the...
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sport. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. So the Nets starting five. We've got Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Shamet in at the 2 spot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Now, here is Irving. And stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to... We are...
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
Here we go. You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant. Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Beverley. Doesn't go that time. Durant with some nice D. Brooklyn with the ball. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Now here's Durant. He has been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Beverley against Irving. Takes the 3. Batum grabs the miss. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards in Washington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
Leonard hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Now, here is Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got his second basket.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's Leonard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Up again.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Ibaka drawing the double team. Back to Leonard. Stolen by Durant. Goes up. rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive.
Oh, my goodness!
Wow.
What a play!
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Here's George. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
George dishes to Beverly. And the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Durant running the floor, galloping all by himself.
Boy, defensively, Kyrie Irving has gotten better and better. Nice anticipation there.
George finds Batum. Inside. Harris against Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots from the corner. That's good on the jump shot.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch and shoot game is on point.
Irving for three. And no good that time. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 10. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA, because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
They get it back. Here's Ibaka. They shoot again. That shot missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's KD. Missed for the first time this game. He's 5 for 6. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Irving surveying the floor. Over Beverly. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines in. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at point guard. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Brown. Jackson against Harden. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
Stolen by Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Lou Williams.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
It's his first trip to the line.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you said, let it play out.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Williams passes to Kennard. They can't stop the run with that one.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Morris outside. Clock at 6. It's Jackson with the drive. Count it. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Harden draws the double. Down low, it's stolen by Morris. One-on-one here. Here's Williams. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Leonard, he's checked in for Jackson. And a change for the Nets. Irving's checked in. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Lou Williams. Stripped away. Morris into the lane. Passes it to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. 8 feet away. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Leonard's got 10 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. Shamet the pass to Claxton. At the elbow, Irving. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Shamet the pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Leonard. Here's George. Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Irving. To end the drought. And it's good on the way in. He has 6.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Right side George. Feeds it to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Clippers trail by 9. George dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. From deep three-point range. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Irving. That'll do it for the first half. Nets. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points. Well, Durant having to sit out all last.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jordan kicks to Harris. Jordan the pass to Harris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Nets lead by 6.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
They get it again, a second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Shamet's got his second bucket of the night.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Beverley finds Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
And a wide open look for Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Zubac against Harden. Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And just a smooth player who reads the floor incredibly well. Harden is always looking to get his teammates involved.
Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball, and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Morris passes to Zubac, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Nets leading by 6. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Green kicks to Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Durant down low. Morris is there.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
Harden dishes to Green, and Green slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. To the paint, here's Green, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Jackson. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant, and Luwawu subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Luwawu, the pass to Green. Brown kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. And the wide open shot from Green. On the wing, Green. Offline with his 3. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
A nice shot by George.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. At one point, they led by 16. He kicks to Brown. Back to Harden. Over George. Harden, no good.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from George.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Irving in at the point. From deep, George buries it from 3-point range. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Knocked loose. Everly with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
Pass to Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, an NBA champion. That's what we can say about Kyrie Irving. This guy embraces the challenges and loves the spotlight.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Irving against Beverly. Durant in the corner. Back to Irving. Stolen by Beverly.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
The shot by George, no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting it. And Brooklyn turns it over again. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And there's the pass to Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And there it is for him. Beverly's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Irving. The shot's good. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
To the middle. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Off target from 3-point range. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Nets passing it around. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Second chance shot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 1.
DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
KD's shot is good. And now a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Beverly against Irving. Ibaka with some nice D.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And that's 17 points for Kyrie Irving. Here's Leonard. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
James Harden, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Irving against Beverly. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
George looking around. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Irving against Beverly. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And it's Beverly missing. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Ibaka. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. It's stolen by Ibaka. Deflects the pass. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Leonard. Pass to Batum. Outside George. Can't cash in. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. It falls!
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they actually could take a 3 here and cope with a win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
Like Dr. J, Joe Dumars, Allen Iverson, and more. And if you complete the entire All-Star Spotlight series.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own and his thing.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. A moment now to check out some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the shooting guard position.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks, and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Leonard, no luck. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo up top. Defended by Batum. Offensive rebound. And again, it's Brook Lopez. Lopez has got 6.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton for 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 8.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Now Middleton. Paul George missing from long range. Passes it to Holiday. A 3-ball. Middleton can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Beverly wide open. Sinks the triple.
Strong three-point shooter throughout his career. Can't afford to allow Beverly much room from out there.
From the stripe. Another miss by Middleton.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Now the pass to Beverly. Outside, George. The feed to Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The shot, no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Unloads from 13. Another miss by Middleton.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the rejection by Giannis. Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Giannis. That one falls.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here is George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good on the 3.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
George passes to Williams. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Kennard finds Jackson. Here's Zubac. He got it up. Will return shortly. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe maybe 10 years from now I can be the same sentence. But I got to put the work in.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Zubac. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Augustine passes to Forbes. Portis, it's good on the putback.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Augustine with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. DiVincenzo against Jackson. Craig can't get it to go. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies. Williams gets the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Augustine passes to DiVincenzo. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Pass to Portis. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
First trip to the line for him here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. And George is subbed in for Jackson. And then for Milwaukee, Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Drew Holiday in for Augustine.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton inside the 3-point line, and the Bucks miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. He feeds it to Lopez. Can't cash in from close range. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. inside. Here's Beverly. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Ibaka, this is to Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Bucks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Antetokounmpo. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
Taken away by Holiday. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Giannis throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's George, and some nice defense there to end the quarter.
And a lot of it.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Brook Lopez came out on a mission in the first. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Middleton. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Middleton's got 7 points.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Middleton. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Shoots over Leonard. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. And now an 11-point Bucks lead. Antetokounmpo on the double team. Batum finds Ibaka. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. The Bucks running again. And the dunk by Giannis.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Yep, that one goes. He's got 6. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Down low, shot clock at 5. Here's Zubats. That one a little long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Portis. 1:36 left here in the third quarter. Augustine from outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers trail by 17. Zubats, the pass to Williams. Back to Zubats. They need this one. And the dunk by Zubats.
This is the type of playmaker Lou is. Outstanding at getting it to his open guys.
Augustine with it. Williams picks him up. Back to Augustine. Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Bucks leading by 13. There's the pass to Augustine.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the score by Lou Williams. Shoots from the baseline. A second chance effort. And Portis with the layup. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Morris passes to Leonard. And here is Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
9 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Connaughton with 2 seconds left, and the layup is good. Connaughton's got his first basket of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Luke Kennard. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
That one misses for Batum. Milwaukee leading by 11. Now here's Middleton. To the inside. Forbes takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
This is for any dedicated floor spacer. Once in a while, you have to test the defense inside. Forbes with a beautiful play.
Now here's Batum. Pass to Kennard. Back to Batum. 4 on the clock. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Shoots it. He drains the quick shot. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
George looking over the floor. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Kennard against Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Takes a 3. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Passes to Batum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. For 3, Middleton. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And that one's good, George.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And it's the Bucks ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Middleton. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. George against DiVincenzo. And there's Paul George on the assist from Ibaka.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Middleton inside the three-point line, off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 17-point game.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. It's good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Here's Leonard, following the basket by Chris Middleton. Leonard kicks to Batum. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And that one hits back iron. Milwaukee leading by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bucks.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And Morris throws it down.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Over to the left wing. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Kennard. Bucket is good.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin. Well,
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Schroeder against Beverley. And it's Schroeder missing. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Wizards in Washington. A nice shot by George. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. Good.
Gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Here now the Clippers. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Knocks down the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
James looking around. Gasol passes to Schroeder. Lakers working the ball around now. Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder. The Clippers grab the miss.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Back to Gasol. Shoots a fader. Count it.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from there.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to George. Trying to get open is Ibaka. George with the bucket. George has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Leonard. At the tip, and Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
This is why you got to put a body on Gasol. Great size and anticipation on the glass.
Leonard inside, defended by Gasol. Nobody near George. And another three for the Clippers.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. The pass to Gasol. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside for George. Gasol against Leonard. Back to George. He dishes it to Leonard. Baseline jumper, and he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Gasol on the high post. Kicks it out to James. There's the triple. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 6. A floater. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. He's got 7.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
They need this, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Leonard against James, and he gets the bucket.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lakers trail by 8. Schroeder, left side. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. That'll put Paul George on the line. That one on Caldwell Pope. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Kennard covering. Harrell, pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 3, and again it's the Lakers.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was going on.
Kennard kicks to George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2. And Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the two-guard spot. Harrell, that's good.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. Morris dishes to Jackson. Wide open look here for Zubac. No good that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Williams kicks to Morris. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And that one drops for him. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. LeBron, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Williams kicks to Kennard. Back to Williams. There's the three. LeBron grabs the miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Off target with his three. Clippers leading by 7. Oh, Morris in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. James outside. And finished off by LeBron.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Outside for Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Caldwell Pope against George. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers with another miss. Clippers leading by 9. And George, here we go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 14.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Gasol kicks to Caruso. The putback. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Lakers trail by 11. Takes it from 10. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Nice move. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. George from deep three-point land. The Clippers rebound. Zubac kicks to George. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
On the wing, Morris. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And load management the last few seasons, a common occurrence for Kawhi. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
So for the Lakers right now, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. For 3, Caldwell Pope. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 20 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
LeBron passes to Gasol and finished off by Gasol.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Left side, Batum. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer is right on target.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Beverly against Schroeder. Outside for Batum. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
LeBron against Beverly. Here's Schroeder. Right side Gasol. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. LeBron James on the wing. Gasol kicks to LeBron. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
I don't know if it's been the main factor. This off night has definitely been one factor here.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
A 3 from Morris. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he makes good on the layup. Batum's got his first bucket of the night.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
On the wing, James. On the wing, James. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
I mean, James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. No good on the second free throw. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Lakers trail by 20. Caruso, the pass to James. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's Kuzma. Good work there as it goes.
Well, I like seeing Kuzma work this in, showing he's capable of hitting difficult shots.
Williams kicks to Kennard. Fast break, the Lakers. The pass to Caruso. To the inside. Here's Harrell. And again, it's the Lakers.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Outside Jackson. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, just fantastic defense for Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Morris looking over the floor. Down low, Williams. Off with the layup. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 16. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Here's Schroeder. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard attacking. He gets it in there. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Batum. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
And George, here we go. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Shoots from 12. That one goes in. George has got 24.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Williams kicks to Zubac. Back to Williams. Pass to Zubac. At the elbow, it's George. Outside Williams. Back to George. Over Caldwell-Pope. Here's Zubac. Batum inside the three-point line. And it's off the back rim. No good. Lakers trail by 19. Here's Harrell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Possessing great mobility at his size, Harrell runs the floor like a deer.
Outside Williams. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Passes it to George. Williams for 3. The shot, no good. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Back to Kuzma. Inside, Williams with the steal. And Batum kicks to Leonard. It's deflected.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Here's Harrell. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Leonard the pass to George. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's Zubac on the money from 12 feet away. Zubac has got his first points in this one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Harrell on the follow.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Outside, George. Off target from three-point range. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Caldwell-Pope, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
The pass to George. It's tipped. The kick out to Williams. Schroeder looking around. And again, it's the Lakers.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.